All right. We are back. Back in action with Cleo 1. It is time. 50,000 in the machine. Got it set up at $1,000 to spend. So 200 max bet. 200 times 5, that is. Welcome back, guys. Time for a little nostalgia with Cleo 1 by IGT. I like the original Cleo 1 because getting the 2, you still get your double your bet. That's the only thing about the Cleo 2. I'm sorry, Cleo 1. The only thing about Cleo 2 is you don't get your bet back with the 2 Sphinxes. So I kind of like Cleo 1 better for that. Hey, what's up, Kelly? Welcome back. Back from Kansas City. Good to see you this morning. Happy Monday, possibly afternoon. Yep, afternoon. Just about. So we had a really good kitty glitter round. If you missed it, you can check it out. It should be live there on YouTube if you're ever bored. It was a pretty good round. Now this one we have a higher chance of it re-triggering. This one seems to re-trigger more often on the bonus round. So, hey Scott, welcome to the channel, man. This is a personally owned IGT machine. So what we do is we set it up for super high, crazy max bets just to see what it'll do. Also, we want to see what it'll do at the different payout percentages. So I have this one tuned at 98%, which is the highest allowable, just shy of 98%. And it's a $5 denomination, and I think, let me check. I think I have this thing I put in. Yeah, I also programmed in, so it's set up for 1, 2, or 5. Who am I kidding, though? We always like to do the max bet. There we go. So it's a lot of fun because we get to see what it would be like. Because I don't know if anybody that has a $1,000 Cleo 1 machine, but that would be pretty cool. Nice. Our whole goal in life here at Slots and Stuff is to make the $1 million bonus round. We haven't gotten there yet. And we've been doing this a while. There's got to be some kind of big celebration when we do hit the $1 million.
Enchanting.
Not quite sure what we're going to do. But we got to make it huge. It's got to be big.
I'll make that double. Magnificent.
Good old Cleo 1. Now I had to reset. Remember, anytime I switch out to the older game boards,
Bravo.
you have to reset the accounting. Which is kind of cool, because then when we reset the accounting, it's like having a brand new game on the floor. So sometimes it's a good thing, and sometimes it's not. Hey, Bryce is in the house, Vancouver. Thanks, Bryce. Welcome. Welcome back, sir. Glad you could make it today. Good old Mondays. Hey, Marina from Chile. Welcome back. Saludos. Alright, Cleo, let's do some fast stopping the reels. Something to shake her up a little bit.
Enjoy your rewards.
I thought I was going to do it. It feels so slow going to one of these older games from like Kitty Glitter and the newer ones. Like the animation and everything is super slow.
Enjoy your rewards.
Scott Fuller asks, what's my favorite casino to play
I'll
at?
make that double.
I've recently changed my favorite casino. My new favorite casino, at least in the last couple trips to Vegas, that is at the Venetian.
I'll make that double.
Bellagio and the Venetian are my two favorites. And then if we're talking off the strip, then definitely the Golden Nugget in Henderson. It's a little ways away, but well worth the trip in my opinion. Usually win pretty good out there. But yeah, the last couple trips have been pretty good at the Venetian. Plus they have good comps out there too. Not to mention the beds are really nice. Of course, the you know, Vegas these days, I say these days, but I mean from the first time I went to Vegas till most recently, it feels like everything's a lot tighter these days. They're all in a race for the biggest place. The fanciest provisions. All those giant places. Can you imagine the power bill on one of those huge casinos? It's got to be outrageous. Actually, they probably have their own grid, you know? What am I saying? They probably not hooked up to the city power, I'm sure. Oh, you play at the Horseshoe, Scott? How's that one do? I know I've heard good stories about that one. I mean, really, if you want to win, I think, or your best odds, at least with the slots, everybody pretty much agrees that off the strip is your best bet. But when I go, I also like to just be in the mix, you know, and the strip is like the place to be. Downtown, you know, it's supposed to be pretty wild too. If I do go downtown, I'm doing the zip line thing next. Hey, there we go. It's always weird on this game because the hand pay alert is so mellow. I mean, that's it. There's no big tune or anything. It gives you this little creepy music and away you go. Our first hand pay. And so we were into it for 50,000 to get that 12,000. Actually, we're at 60,000.
Come closer.
Hey, thanks for reminding me, Bryce. I'm bad about that. Yes, if you're new to the channel, be sure to like the video and subscribe. Click that little bell notification icon. It tells you when I go live.
Enjoy your rewards.
Usually go live 3 or 4 times a week, sometimes more, just depends. Got a whole selection of games that I have game boards for.
Share in my treasures.
And it's growing daily. You know, here where I live, we have so many casinos that you don't have to go to Vegas that often. I mean, we have some pretty nice casinos here. But there's nothing like Vegas. Feels like there's a little lag. Hey, that's good. 16,250 for the little cane things. Or staff. Alright, it's getting warmed up. I think it's warming up here. Yeah, same here, Bryce. I have at least 5 casinos within 30 minutes. If I open that circle up to about an hour drive, I got a whole bunch more. Some are certainly better than others. What's kind of nice, though, is that each of the casinos are really, as they expand, they're having to be competitive with their free play offers and incentives. So, hey, that was a good hit there. 5,000. So we have the hand pay set at 10,000, just so that we don't have to keep stuffing the turkey. It'll only do hand pay to trigger the attendant at 10,000 or better. So. Let's check it real quick. I want to see what the max multiplier is on this one. I know it's Clio, but is it? There we go. 10,000 times. Okay, so it's similar to 2. But what we want to know is if you get, there we go. If we get all 5 Sphinx, 100 credits times total bet. Okay. Well then. So 20,000 credits, basically. 20,000 times 5. Instantly 100,000, and then you get the bonus round. Am I doing that right? Or did I totally mess that up?
Enjoy your rewards.
Yeah, Bryce, definitely. I will check that out. For sure. New photo session on the Facebook page. Very nice. For those of you that don't know Bryce, check out his Facebook page. They offer professional photography services. There's some amazing work on there. I'll definitely check that out. Kelly, what are those machines? The VGTs. Yeah, Indiana, for a 6-hour drive for a casino, that's actually probably a good thing. It'd save a lot of money if it made them just a little bit further. Good enough for a day, or not a day trip, but an overnight. Hey, welcome Jules, all the way from Melbourne, Australia. We are doing a little bit of pokey action here this morning on Clio 1, the original Clio. We have not yet seen the bonus, though. And, you know, we probably haven't seen the bonus because I haven't started telling a story. That's how it usually works.
Twice as nice.
Rebecca, actually, that's what I was just trying to figure out. So, if we get all 5, it said it was 100 times your total bet for all 5 Sphinx. So, 100 times 1,000. So, I guess 100,000 then plus whatever your bonus round pays, right? Yeah, I've watched Erica's quite a bit. Okay, so I know what you're talking about. I see. And then you have, oh, hey, there's a little hit. Third hand pay, nothing crazy yet. We're not looking for those little 11X's. We want the 100X or better. We know you're capable, Cleo. Although this ticket has lasted quite a while, so it is playing back.
Enjoy your rewards. Live the dream.
The count up is just too slow. Can't do it. We'll let it count up a little bit, but ooh, that
I'm
was good.
so proud of you.
She's proud of us, guys. 1,540, like 8,000.
I'll make that double.
You know, I saw something pretty cool. This was yesterday, actually. For those of you who know from the Big Jackpot group, Juicy D, or Juicy Doozy, actually went live on Facebook, and her mom was playing with a little cash box. I thought it was pretty cool. It's the first time I ever seen it. She called it her gambling box, and I thought it was pretty clever because every time she would win, she would take a little bit of her cash, fold it up, stick it in that little box, and that little box has a key to unlock it. So you're basically locked out of your money until you get back home. But I thought that was a neat little way to kind of keep track.
I'll make that double.
Yeah, we're due for that bonus round now. As far as keeping yourself in check when you're winning or losing for that matter, it's tough if you're on a machine that gets you hooked, that's for sure. I usually have some basic rules for me. I know on Clio 2,
Share the fantasy.
if I don't hit the bonus round in the first 30 spins on our local Clio 2 or somewhere around there, I usually move on. I usually do about 10-20 spins, depending on the machine and the denomination. 10 or 20 spins, you get a pretty good idea of which way that's going to go. And I either move on or I keep playing. I never cash out after I hit a big jackpot though, because many times I've hit them pretty close to back to back. So I love it when somebody hits a good hit and they get up off the machine.
This brings great joy.
I absolutely sit down. More often than not, it hits multiple times.
Share in my treasures.
I'm cutting her off because we want the bonus. Oh, okay, that was your jackpot. Okay, cool. Yeah, congrats, man. That was a good win. Oh, so close. Alright, I think Cleo's warming up now. I think she's ready to do the bonus. Or not. Definitely IRL, I'd be walking away from this machine by now. But let's see. Maybe we switch up our bet a little bit. Let's cut it in half. Couple spins on 500 bucks. And we'll go back to max.
I'll make that double.
I mean, it's definitely playing. It's just, it's on a slow take mode here. We do have a $5 Clio 2 machine, or Clio 1, but it's so slow. I don't know if it's got like a really old motherboard or what, but it has to literally sit there and think about it in between spins. And if you actually win a big win on it, you're going to be there a while because it's got to actually count it up. You can't hit the button and one game I've been digging lately is Pompeii. I am absolutely a Pompeii addict right now. The problem was I hit a big hit on the local Pompeii. And as it would be, I am of course chasing that same hit again. Slots and stuff. Ken asked what you call me. You can call me Slots. I don't know what the stuff is, but it's Slots and stuff. My name's Thomas, but Slots and Stuff is the name of the channel. And you know what's funny is we started this just for fun. No other reason. Just to mess around. I was actually, truth be told, I was testing my iPhone because I wasn't sure if I wanted to upgrade to the iPhone 10. And so I figured, oh, I'll try to just throw it live on YouTube, see what it looks like.
In my treasures.
I recorded a video or two, and then I put them in my YouTube account. And a lot of people liked them, so I was like, well, okay. Maybe I should actually try this. So I named it Slots and Stuff. And here we are, like, what, 5 weeks later, and I was telling everybody earlier in the previous video, we just hit 1 million views on Sunday. Go figure. Go figure. Who knew? Who would have known? Let's put in another 50. So she ate that 50 pretty quick. So we're into Cleo 1 now for 150,000 because I think that's our third ticket in. See if we can't line it up. Yeah, exactly, Bryce. I was going to do interactive drum lessons was my original idea for a YouTube channel. So I had all the soundproofing, I had a studio all set up, ready to go, and I couldn't get it to line up the sound with the video. It was really weird because once you hook a bunch of mics up to a drum set, get it all tuned in through a board, there's just a lot of moving parts there, and for some reason I was getting some kind of a delay. For those of you who know about drums, delay, timing is everything, and being able to watch a drummer drum and then try to learn is very important. So I figured, never mind. Yeah, I love Pompeii. Oh my gosh, Kelly, I am hooked on that game. The one that we have here is like super crazy loose, and I can almost every time turn a couple $100 in free play into almost $1,000 to go play my other favorite games with.
Twice as nice.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so we're getting a lot of good little line hits here and there, but we are yet to see the bonus. Cutting her off. We're going to fast stop the reels. We want a bonus. Let's fast stop it a little bit. So far, the only game that's really worked like unbelievably on is the Wolf Run. A quick stop of the reels. Tell me about that, Ken. I've never heard of that. Tell me about that idea. What is that? Pitch in and play. So they're gonna, I'm not sure what the legality is about. That may be something to do. I don't know. I know that you can do like group pulls, which is always cool. I mean, that would be fun. We get enough people involved, we may do something like that. Or just join up with one of the other big groups and make it a mega group pull, you know? Turn like a $10,000 group pull into like a $50,000 or $100,000 group pull. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, Actually, that would be cool, but we can't do that just for legal reasons. What I have seen him do, though, is sell buy-ins for group pools. That can legitimately happen. I don't know, I'll have to do some looking into that. It all gets a little weird when it's the internet.
Twice as nice.
The cool part is actually, can I do this for you for free? So you can tune in anytime, man. You're always welcome. You can join our slots and stuff on Facebook. And of course, as always, to subscribe on YouTube is free, unless you're watching with YouTube Red, which in that case you don't see any commercials, but you do pay a small fee. I'm not sure what that is.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's a good line hit. That's the cool part about YouTube. Knock on wood, it's still free. Hey, Sizzling Slots Jackpots in the house. What's up, man? Happy Monday to you. You guys, Sizzling Slot Jackpots also runs a slot channel. If you haven't checked him out, make sure you pop over there. Throw him a quick sub. Make sure you check out his videos. We'd like to support all the slot channels here. Alright, Cleo, I'm feeling like you're kind of cold shouldering us right now.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, okay. Okay, she says. Here's 5,000. And she's proud of us, so. Little Tommy Likey. I love that movie. Tommy Boy. And Black Sheep. I think that was the name of the movie. It's part 2 of Tommy Boy. I don't know. Good movie. I miss Chris Farley, man. He's one of the funniest guys to have ever lived. She's warming up, but she was a frigid one.
Come closer.
Alright, I know what it is. You gotta touch the little dude. See? That's what it is. There we go. Nope. Nope. Didn't work.
Come closer.
Also, if you're new to the channel, slots and stuff, I usually go live Monday through Friday during the workday. Give you some workday entertainment. So just click the subscribe button and the little bell will tell you when I go live. If you so choose.
Twice as nice.
I don't know what's up with Cleo here.
Enchanting.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try 4 stopping the reels. We're going to do some quick stops here. See if we can trickle Cleo into...
Treasures are yours.
There you go. 7,500. That's a good little hit. Okay. I must have hit the button twice. We didn't get the count up.
Beautiful.
Well, it seems to be working doing the fast stop. How far can we go with this count up thing? Okay.
I'm so proud of you. Share the fan.
Oh, they closed all the casinos in Brazil? Wow. Yeah, I mean, from what I understood, they had lots of casinos down there,
Share
didn't
in
they?
my treasures.
Hey, welcome in all the way from Poland. Welcome to the show, man. GK Shelby 500 back in the house. Nice, Lone Legion. Yeah, it's great. I mean, that's a good little drive right there. You go through across the canyon there. Go across Hoover Dam. Hoover. Okay, I know what'll trigger this bonus round. Oh, whoa, hey, not kicking the camera. That won't trigger anything. Okay. Funny story. Oh, wait, let me fix this. Probably shouldn't be telling it, but I'm going to tell it anyway. My very first trip to Vegas. Anybody want to hear that story? Nah, I probably shouldn't tell it. It's a little too risque. I'll tell you part of it. I'll tell you how those. I'll tell you how it began.
Come closer.
All right. So the story begins. I had always had an urge, right, to go through Vegas, do a road trip on one of my motorcycles, hit Highway 1, and just do that. You know, no return date, no dates, no time frame, nothing like that. Just straight up taking off. You know, doing one of those things. So I got on my motorcycle, and at the time, I was was on recovery from another wreck when I was racing motorcycles. That's a whole other story. But anyway, I had a back injury, so I had some prescription pain pills, right? So when you're on a motorcycle, you don't have a lot of space, right? You're kind of limited on space. So I had a fanny pack. I know everybody's gonna laugh at that, but on a motorcycle, fanny pack is perfectly acceptable because I gotta have my iPhone in there that I play my tunes through, goes up into my helmet, yada yada yada. So I had my prescription for my pain pills, and so I took them out of the bottle. Okay, you can kind of see where this is going. I took them out of the bottle. I did not know this, but apparently if you have a prescription for pain pills, which typically are highly illegal if they're not in the bottle, okay, so I took them out of the bottle just for space-saving reasons. Okay, space-saving reasons. So I have a fanny pack. I got a big stack of Benjamins in there. You know, I'm going all with cash, old school. And of course I have my 45. I'm not going on the road on my motorcycle through Vegas
Twice as nice.
without my trusty partner. So I got my 1911, I got my prescription pills with no prescription, and a big stack of cash. You see where this is going, right? Right? Okay, I had a little naivete, I will admit, because I had never, pretty naive about this stuff. Anyway, so I'm cruising on my bike. Of course it's got straight pipes because I wouldn't have it any other way. And I know, sorry neighbors, I don't, loud pipes save lives, you know the saying. Anyway, so I'm on my way to Vegas, having a good time. Little did I know that when you cross over the Hoover Dam, you are on federal property. Federal. Okay? Federales. Meaning, they're not messing around anymore. Okay? You get pulled over in Arizona, they might write you a quick ticket, but you're on your way. The number one rule when you're on federal land,
Share the fantasy.
well, there's a lot of them, but one in particular is no firearms concealed. Okay, that's rule number 1. Rule number 2, no prescription drugs without a prescription. Rule number 3, I told you, we're telling a story. We got the bonus. Anyway, we'll continue this story in a minute. Yeah, that's a true story, guys, and it has an interesting turn. Let's get a bunch of re-triggers. Finally clear.
Twice as nice.
That's a good hit.
I'll make that double.
Another good one. Such a weird spin, and then it just like stays there. Hey, not too bad for the first bonus.
That was brilliant.
I don't know, she calls it brilliant. We'll take it. $47,750. I call it a win in my book. Wait, can't do it. It's not official yet. Now we can do it. Yep. That's for real. Biggest hit of the day so far on Cleo 1. Still looking for the $100,000 hit. Okay, back to the story. So, where did I leave off? Anyway. Alright, so we're talking about federal land, federal rules, and I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I know that you're not supposed to have guns concealed, A, in the state of Nevada, B, on federal property, and 2, you're not supposed to have prescription drugs outside of their prescription bottle with your name on them.
This brings great joy.
And 3, if you're traveling with a large sum of cash, you better have a good excuse. So it looked pretty bad. So of course I had to. By the time you get to Hoover Dam, from where I drive, you're already pretty tired. And I went in July, so it was friggin' baking hot.
Enchanting.
And on a motorcycle, it's kind of like being in a blast oven. Because you just have this 120-degree heat just blasting you, you know, constantly. There's no escape from it. So I'm already getting kind of tired. I'm like, I got to get to Vegas. I'm in a hurry. I got to hit those slots. So I'm getting on it. You know, I'm having fun. It's a motorcycle, straight pipes. It was 1600. So I'm blazing across, you know, that long road that goes up to the Hoover Dam. It's like windy, and on a motorcycle is a lot of fun. I mean, I'm being somewhat responsible. You know, I'm not going too crazy. I think it's like 30 miles an hour or something. The speed limit is really, really low. And for a motorcycle, for those of you guys who ride motorcycles, you know, 30 miles an hour is like you feel like you're walking. So I'm enjoying the road, you know, feeling good. Almost to Vegas. Next thing I know, I have a set of squad cars behind me. Yeah. So, in all my naivete, I pull over.
This brings great
Not a big
joy.
issue, right? Just give them my driver's license, get my little ticket, and on I go. Right? Well, turns out, if you go in a certain speed limit over the 30 miles an hour, it becomes even bigger crime. So I've got like, I don't even know how much of how many charges are racking up, but the guy comes up, the officer comes up, the guy, how disrespectful. Always respect your law enforcement, guys. The officer pulls up,
I wish you great
asks me to get off the bike, of course. And he's acting a little nervous because I have a fanny pack, and I got to reach into the fanny pack to get my driver's license. So things got a little weird, you know what I mean? I'll admit, they got a little tense. So I was like, hey, man, I'll let you, why don't you just take off my fanny pack? I'll let you do it. You take it off. I'll just keep my hands up. And you can get my driver's license. It's in the front pocket there. Well, as soon as he takes off my fanny pack, he feels the fact that it's like, pretty heavy. It's got a loaded 45 in it, right? I mean, who doesn't travel without their 45? If you do, you shouldn't. Okay, so this immediately becomes a situation. At which point I see 3 more federal officer cars pull up, lights a-blaring. In case you've ever gone across this road, there is a high level of traffic. I mean, we're talking about Tourist Central, right? So, yeah. He unloads the gun, pulls it out, puts it on the hood of his car, proceeds to unzip the other zippers, finds a big baggie of prescription pills, which, by the way, for the record, were legitimate. I was recovering from an accident. I had a lot of injuries in that motorcycle racing accident. And it was the only way I could survive the road trip. But anyway, long story short. So he has these bag of pills on his hood. He's got the firearm. He's got a large sum of cash, a stack. I can't remember exactly how much, but it was enough to probably raise some questions. Luckily, it wasn't like all 20s and 1s. I didn't go, you know, it wasn't like that. So basically, I was heading to jail for, yeah, a long time at this point. So I'm thinking, damn it, I'm gonna miss Vegas. That's all I'm thinking. I'm not thinking about the 20 years. I'm thinking about, damn it, I'm not gonna make my voyage, my maiden voyage to Vegas. Okay, it's not gonna happen now. I'm pissed. Plus, and I'm also thinking, hey, am I gonna get that? Am I gonna get my gun back? Because that's an expensive gun. I had a lot of work done to it. I had a trigger job, sear job. I mean, it was all tricked out. So I'm kind of thinking, well, gee, what are they gonna do? They're gonna give me a ticket for my pipes. Maybe throw out the pills. I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to go. I just know there's like 5 officers back there. They're looking back at me, looking at them, looking at me, looking at them, looking at me, looking at... It was weird. It was really weird. And it took like 30 minutes. I'm just sitting there wondering what's happening. But the longer I'm sitting there thinking about it, the more cops show up. And I'm like, okay, something is not going to happen. That's very good. Anyway, the guy came back. I gave him the full story, just like I gave you right now. 100%. All accurate. And after some phone calls, a few sweaty palms, the supervisor, who's the chief, the main guy, came up and
Twice as nice.
basically debriefed me on the fact that I could basically be going to jail for a very long time. But because of my naivete, he could totally tell that I was obviously not the type of person they thought I was. But I did, in defense, you know, for not extra salsa in the story, but I did give them my doctor's phone number. They can call, verify the funds from the bank. They can verify my story with the prescription pills, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, they were very nice. I was super apologetic. He did recommend me buy some new pipes for my bike if I was going to spend any more time in Nevada, because they are illegal, being that loud. But they let me have everything back, pills and all. But I nearly avoided a catastrophe. Yeah, that would have been a trip, right? I mean, could you imagine if just by chance the officer was having a bad day, right? And it happens. Everybody has a bad day. They totally didn't have to sit there and listen to my story. They could have just thrown me in the back of the squad car, off I go, let the judge sort it out, right? Luckily, he was a very nice guy. So were the other officers involved. They actually took the time. I explained the fact that I was traveling long distance on a motorcycle, all by my lonesome, and so I figured that's why I needed to carry, etc., etc. They let me go. I made my maiden voyage, and my very first stop was in Henderson at the Golden Nugget, and I won $10,000 on my very first $20 into a slot machine. And the rest is history. I probably would have never actually become a slot head had it not been for that first $20. Because I wasn't even going in to play slots, to be honest. I was really just going to look at Vegas, see the lights, and I was on my way through to Highway 1 and check out Death Valley and all that. But I was hungry, and that was the first stop, was that little Golden Nugget casino. And I was waiting to get in line for the buffet. It was a huge line, so I was like, I'm going to try one of these slot machines. And you know the story. I put my $20 into a $5 10 times machine. I bet 2 on the first spin. I bet 2 on the second spin and hit 10 times, red 7 10 times. $10,000 jackpot. I'm sorry, it wasn't a 5, it was a $1 machine. I was betting $2. And the slot attendant said, hey, that's beginner's luck. Don't ever come back. Take your money and run. I spent the next week in Vegas. And boy, was it a bender.
Come closer.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, you know, normally they don't mess around, you know, on there. But see, the thing was, is that I think, see, officers, they're really good at their job. They can totally detect BS. And I think the officer knew that I was legit, you know, obviously a complete amateur. I'm not like a bad guy out there, you know, doing things. He could totally tell. Plus, I had probably like 10 pounds of bug guts across my chest. You can tell I've been on the road a long time, you know. If you ride a motorcycle, you can appreciate that. And the funny thing is, on the way back, the trip back after I went through Highway 1 in California, wine country, all that good stuff, I actually stopped again at the same casino and won another 27,000, something like that. Sat down at a $5 machine. This will actually date me a bit because the machines back when I won my first round would actually drop the coins. So it was pretty cool because you'd sit at a $5 machine, and if you hit something on that $5 machine and you start hearing those coins plunk into the tray, that was pretty cool. But I got onto a machine that was clearly broken. It kept paying out. Every single spin was a jackpot. And they couldn't ask me to leave the machine as long as I had credits in the machine, so I sat there as long as I could. They literally refilled the machine 5 or 6 times. And I know I told the story before, but it's so exciting I had to tell it again. They refilled the machine 4, 5, 6 times with those big giant $5 coins, and I had stacks and stacks of trays on all sides of the machine. And I asked the lady if she would watch the machine while I go cash these in at the cashier, and she said she couldn't do that. And so, because I was by myself, I had to get up, take all the trays, put them onto a little cart, and push them over to the cashier. Well, the minute I got up from the machine, they slapped an out of order sticker on the machine, and that was the end of my streak. But from what I understand later, talking to one of the people on the floor, is that they couldn't actually ask me to leave the machine as long as I had credits in it. So technically, I could have just sat there and piled the chips up around me as long as I wanted. But it was drawing a huge crowd, and it was quite obvious that the machine was broken. And again, it was only my second time in Vegas, so I got up.
Magnificent. Beautiful.
I mean, it does say, you know, the machines say malfunction voids all pays, but when they're the older machines that used to spit out the coins, in this case, they weren't hand pays. They were like $500-600 every single spin. To the point where it was just completely obvious that the machine was malfunctioning. But once you got the coins in your tray in your hand, kind of hard to malfunction that one. And that's the old saying, going to Vegas on vacation, back on probation. I almost made that a reality. Yeah, I do like that pinball slot, actually.
Enjoy your...
Yeah, if you guys aren't signed up or checking out the Facebook page, everybody's welcome to join. Just go to Facebook/slots-in-stuff. I have it set up to accept everybody. Just put in a request and I'll accept everybody. All are welcome. Share your stories. We tell crazy stories on it. You can tell whatever story you want. Just keep it as family friendly as possible, just so we don't get flagged. Also, everybody's welcome to subscribe here. It's free to sub. Click the little bell for notifications when I go live. I have 18 games right now for my GT. We're going to be adding to the collection very soon. You know, I'm not sure what the goal is here. So like, okay, I'm caught between two weird worlds. World A, you actually do make a YouTube channel. You see what I'm saying? You actually make a real channel. Like, we got to come up with content. We got to make it cool. We got to make it fun. We got to be interactive. I don't know. Do we throw Discord in the mix. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Discord, but that's a great little chat app where we can all get in there and actually talk to each other. Do we do dual stream? Do we go YouTube and Twitch TV? Do we actually give it a run? Hey, see, I knew if I could tell a story. I knew it. It was all baloney. It was all for the sake of the 15 free spins. Hey, David, welcome to the channel, man. This is just for fun.
Live the dream.
We are trying to get to $1 million jackpot. I don't even know if it's possible. Oh, yes. All right, this is the one.
How lucky.
The one behind the one.
Again.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had a root trigger on this game now that I hear the little music. Oh, so it's kind of like Cleo 2. The little drums and music starts speeding up. It's a little crazy.
Twice as nice.
The mission for the million. What's up, Matthew? Welcome back, man. Good to see you. Hope your Monday is going good. Oh, that looked good. It was nothing. Oh, man. Man, that's still pretty good, though. 100 for two of those guys.
Bravo.
We're into the six figures now. Give us a re-trigger, Cleo. Something. Hey, but that's the biggest bonus of the day so far. Even kitty glitter.
That was brilliant.
Hoo-wah! Nice, 63. Okay, so we didn't reach. What was I thinking? Oh, because we were on the $10 machine before. That's why. Man, I thought it was over the 100,000 mark. That's not bad though, 63,000. We'll take it. Yep, that's legit. Okay, so I know I was going somewhere with that story. Oh yeah, so are we gonna do this like real talk, or are we just gonna like fiddle around, right? Because running a YouTube channel actually does take a lot of time. So I'm thinking, well, what do I want to do? Do we want to do a real YouTube channel where we, you know, provide entertainment? Like we actually make it entertaining? Like I actually come up with some good content? Or
I'll make that double.
maybe not.
I'm so proud of you.
Hey Diego, welcome back, man. Happy Monday afternoon to you. Glad you could join us today. So yeah, if we do this YouTube thing, I wasn't actually thinking about really doing it. Like all this has just been for fun up until this point. But once we hit 1 million views, I thought, hey, man, maybe this has got a little something. Maybe there's a little something there, you know? But we gotta have some crazy something. I'm not quite sure what that crazy something is. That's the end stuff. When we figure that out, it's going to be big time. Good. I like hearing that, man. I like it when people are upbeat and positive on a Monday, man. That is not the easiest thing. Sometimes Mondays are brutal, but it's a good day. Any day you're upright and have air in your lungs.
Magnificent.
The pronouns. We like to pretend. You know what I was thinking about doing, actually, just for fun, is grabbing some, I don't even know if it'd be fun or not, but grab some scratchers, too. I also play a lot of scratchers here locally at our state lottery. But I'm kind of impatient, as you could tell, so. The scratcher thing, sometimes I just go straight to the bottom. Especially with those crossword scratchers. Oh my goodness. Alright, Cleo. We are so close to the 1 million with that $148,000 Clio 2 jackpot the other day. About fell off my chair. If anybody's here that missed that jackpot, check it out. It's in our videos. I'm not sure what the title is. I think it's there's the second biggest jackpot, Clio 2, and then there's massive jackpot, Clio 2. Something like that. And it's $840,000 bonus round. We were so close, yet so far.
Enjoy your reward.
Jessica's in the house. What is up, Jessica? How are you today on a Monday?
Come closer.
Woohoo! All right. I thought it would be pretty cool to take one of these slot machines, completely pack it full of like tannerite. For those of you that don't know what tannerite is, it's a material that explodes upon impact by a bullet. Take it out to
Enchanting.
the middle of nowhere and shoot it with a 50 caliber sniper rifle and see what happens. I think you know what happens. Hey, that's almost as good as the bonus round. What do we hit? I look away for 1 second and see what happens. That's a magical hit. Hey, I think that's a sign. 33,000. That means the next one's going to be huge. Not really. Wow, okay. She's warming up now. Only took about an hour to get her warmed up. I just think that's the weirdest hand pay music. Now, you have an option to do within the IGT menu to get the standard hand pay. I've never selected that. I've always chosen the themed hand pay. Okay, that was it. So that was I already lost track. I think we put in 150. So we'll go ahead and do another 50. Hey, Lone Legion. Yes, if we're playing on a slot machine we own. Yes, this is personally owned IGT slot machine. It is a full-size slot machine that we fully intend on one day blowing into 1,000 pieces if we ever do get the $1 million jackpot. So the whole point of this is what I do is we set this machine up to max bet. So in this case, on this particular machine, it's $1,000 a spin. IGT caps all their machines at $1,000 max bet per spin, so you can divide that up by 25 or whatever denomination you want to set it at. And then you can set the percentage within a certain range that IGT has with their slot machines.
Wow.
So we typically try to tune them up to the highest amount. In the case of this game, I think it's 97%. And then we see what it's like. What happens? What if we could be a high roller?
Magnificent.
Not many even play that $1,000 machine in Aria. There are a few videos out there. There's actually one main video that everybody's probably seen, which is where that guy hits the 1.4 million on the $5,000 a spin machine in Aria. I've probably watched that video 100 times. It's the one where they set up lunch for the guy. They serve him a full 5-course meal right in front of the machine. A bottle of Don Perignon to accompany. He's just sitting there playing at 5,000 bucks a spin. I mean, the cool thing is it could happen, right? I mean, everybody's got that on their bucket list, I would hope. Any bucket list worth of salt. But to do that, like 1 spin, 2 spins max, right?
Enjoy your rewards.
So if you do hit on that first spin, say it was that guy's first spin, he got the 1.4 million. I mean, I'd play a few more spins for sure. I mean, I'll put probably another, I don't know, 20 spins in there or so. And then he hits it again and again. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So Rebecca asks, how do I print the tickets? This machine has a ticket printer.
I wish you great prosperity.
Exactly like the machines at the casino. It's actually, this particular machine actually came out of Reno. Was manufactured in 2001. Let me see if I can do this. Check it out. Let me move the camera a little bit. See up there? There's your ticket printer. Typically, your card would go here for the player's card. This is a Cleopatra 2 round top, and it sits on a big base stand. Yeah, so it's a full-size machine, super heavy.
I'm so proud of you.
Looks like I kind of got you guys all crooked there. There you go. And so this one has a bill validator and a ticket printer. So if you win a jackpot, you can print the ticket, or you can just show it on the screen. And then just like in a regular casino, I have a jackpot reset key. And typically the attendant would be called right now. The little light on the top is going off. And then you just turn that jackpot reset key. It subtracts the amount from the hand pay off of your credit as if you were paid in cash, and then you're back in business. The only drawback is I don't get that big fat stack of cash. Ooh, but the whole purpose is we're just trying to see what's possible. At first I thought, wow, could you actually hit like a $500,000 if you're playing? You know, I think some of my early videos I was doing $30 denomination. You know, kind of like more real world stuff, just to see what it was like. And then I was like, well, what the heck? Why do that? Why do $30? Let's do $1,000. Let's go to the max. Take it to the max. And we still haven't hit $1 million. So $1 million would be 1,000x, and there's not many games that could actually do that. Actually, you have to look at the pay scales, because some of them, like I bought a game the other day that once I set it up and got it all going, I realized there's no bonus round on it, which is twin win. So I'm kind of bummed about that. Yeah, right, Diego? She's multi-inspirational here for us. She's so proud of us. What's funny is, you know, Clio 2, when you put a $100 bill in, or any bill, she says something different. And so, when you put a bill in the machine here at our local casino, she says, "This brings me great joy." I'm like, yeah, I bet it does. For my donation. Well, thank you very much. Now, I wish we could get in and actually, you know, manipulate the game a little bit, but we can't. Just due to strict regulations on these boards by IGT. You cannot mess with anything outside of what they give the casino control of, and that's all I have control of. So we basically key chip the board, we set up the parameters just like a casino would, we connect it to the network, and that's all we can do.
This brings great joy.
One thing I think would be pretty cool is if we took those little speakers out, you know, the IGT ones that come with the game, and actually swap those out with like a really hi-fi speaker, you know, maybe Eclipse or Bose or something. I mean, the game is loud. I don't know, it probably doesn't sound loud over the stream, but my neighbors probably think, what in the hell? This guy's a crazy man. Little do they know, I am a crazy man. Oh yeah, so see if we got sidetracked. I was telling a story about this YouTube thing. If we're gonna make it a channel, we gotta make it a channel. I gotta actually like come up with something funny and actually come up with content and make it like a real show. Seems like. I think it'd be more fun that way. Because you could tell, I mean, we got the intro, we got the outro, we got some other stuff. Oh, I know. Here. Are you ready? Oh, man. Only here, guys. Only here, okay? Don't forget about that. Slots and stuff. Make sure you subscribe. Click the little bell. This is the best free entertainment. Well, maybe not the best, but it's entertainment while you work. So if you hate your job, just watch slots and stuff all day.
Enchanting.
It'll raise your productivity. That's my bonus fail video. Okay, so we have 2 clips, right? This is for you production value gurus. So we got 2 clips. We've got the fail. That's the bonus fail video. And then in the case of Cleopatra 1, we have... Resident sleeper. Gotta love it.
Come closer.
That's what we do when the jackpots are not coming quick enough. Hey, I'm just doing my part. Just doing my part. Hey, whoa, that's it. That was a $50,000 ticket, so... Okay, what we might want to do is look at that accounting, because remember, it was zeroed out at the beginning. Let's just look and see. We're going to enter into this machine's master machine accounting to see. Okay, so you can tell I didn't change it back to the USD, but that's okay. We'll look at it in the metric it's in. So 68,600,000 put in through the machine, 63,000 paid out. It's retaining more than it should. So this machine right now is sitting at 6.95%, having only paid out 93%. So we know it's definitely going to pay something out. How soon? That's what we don't know. All right, let's see. Mid-show entertainment. Okay, another 50. So we let it go to 0, and the point behind that, in case you didn't know, each time it zeroes out, it resets the session, which restarts the random number generator, which is on the game board. Now, being a slot person that just gets obsessed with the superstitions, sometimes it feels like it resets the machine and allows you to have a better session. So sometimes you'll see people print out their ticket and just put it right back in the machine. There is a theory behind it. So whether it works or not, who knows? I have seen some interesting things in my day as far as what people do to these machines for good luck.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. We'll cut it short. We skip the count up. As you know, the rule is we really cannot end it without a big jackpot. When I say big jackpot, I mean like at least 100x. This machine is totally capable. So we're looking for a $100,000 jackpot or better.
This brings great joy.
PSA time. This camera does not, it absolutely refuses to focus on this. This is like the funniest thing ever. Okay, this is a battery, and I shared this in the earlier video. This is PSA, service announcement. Do not feed these to your children. 0 to 6 months. See that little baby? It's a little baby. Little baby should not eat batteries before 6 months. Apparently it can stunt their growth. Wait till they're 7 months old. Just kidding. I just love the drawing. Super funny. Harmful if swallowed. I was like, darn it, because I was kind of hungry. Get in my belly. All right.
Twice as nice.
Hey, what's up, Blue Frog? Welcome, man. Happy Monday to you, sir. We're trying to get Cleo 1 here to pay out a jackpot. But she is not feeling the love. Hey, Shirley. Welcome to the channel. I feel like it's close. Oh, it's messing with us now. Yeah, that's cool. I always love seeing how we have audience from all over the world. It's awesome. I will be working on learning Spanish soon. That is on my to-dos. My list of to-dos. Amongst other lists of to-dos. I could actually make a list with a list for a list. But at the very top of the list, of the other list, of the first list, is to hit $1 million jackpot. I try. I tried, what's the name of that program? Rosetta Stone. And it was actually working for a while. And then I swapped computers and I didn't reinstall it. And it turns out if you don't constantly practice what you've learned, you quickly forget about it. Which is amazing about kids. You know, kids have these brains that just, I mean, you could teach them 2 or 3 languages all at the same time, and they just absorb it all. As you get older, though, your brain becomes like a marshmallow with chocolate and graham crackers.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Blue Frog. I don't know why. I mean, I thought, you know, going through school, I did really well in school. I mean, you know, for myself, I did okay. But
Share
then,
the fantasy.
oh, that's a good hit. So I figured, oh, I could pick up another language. Why not? Just give it a try. If you don't live in a place where you're just submerged in the language 24/7, it's very, very difficult. Because there's literally, you go back to speaking English right away, and if you don't try it conversationally, it's never going to happen. But I do have it on my list. I don't think I'm going to do Rosetta Stone. There's another program out there that people have been saying is really good. And actually, if you guys have checked out that new Pixel 2, that's what's got me on the fence post.
I'm so proud of you.
About if I want to switch. Like, I don't know if I want to switch to the iPhone 10 or not, because that Pixel 2 has those translator earbuds that are absolutely phenomenal. They're real-time translation. So, like, if I have somebody that speaks another language, I can just speak into the you know, your earbuds. It'll translate it automatically real-time and vocalize it through the phone to whoever you're talking to. And as they speak to the phone, it translates it real-time into your earbuds. Kelly, that wasn't real. It looked legit. That looked like real Espanol to me. Oh, we just ran out again. That was a quick 50,000. That calls for this. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. That never gets old. I love ferrets. Ferrets are awesome. Okay, Cleo. Holy moly moly. We've been playing already for an hour and 20 minutes and still not $100,000 jackpot. I think this is the lucky 50, though. I really do. Yeah, just a quick 50. Wouldn't that be nice?
Great joy.
I'll tell you what, I would love to just roll around Vegas with a few of these in my pocket. Wouldn't that be nice? Just have a little stack of those. Cruising around Vegas. You know what I need to do? Actually, I just thought about that. There's a thing on YouTube here for your channel that you can actually allow translations. I'm not sure how it works. Like I said before, I'm new to YouTube.
I'm so proud of you.
But, oh, she's proud of us. Okay, see? There you go, Diego.
Bravo.
But you can actually have it translated, which I think is super cool. So maybe I'll turn that feature on, and whoever is welcome to input translation. I'm not sure how some of my goofy stories are going to translate, but I think that would be pretty cool, considering we get people from all around the earth here. Hey, what's up, Tamara from Oklahoma in the house, bringing us good luck. I think you're going to bring us some good luck. We need some kind of luck. I think the last couple times, I don't have a big jackpot for Clio 1 yet on my channel. So far we've got a really good jackpot for Valhalla. We got a killer jackpot, the biggest one ever for Clio 2. I've got a decent Lotus Flower. I I think we have a cat's jackpot. We definitely have a wolf run jackpot, but it's not like phenomenal. It's like maybe 200, 300,000. I don't know. So yeah, we got our work cut out for us here. That should be something, dude. That should have been something.
Twice as nice.
Hey, Colin, welcome, man. This is not a computer. Here, let me give you a little lowdown. I mean, technically, yes, it is a computer. I guess all slot machines are a computer, technically. So, touche. You're right, it is a computer. It's just a slot machine computer. This one's manufactured by IGT. Manufactured date of 2001, so it's already 16 years old. She's still pretty healthy. Yeah, technically it's a TV screen, an LCD monitor as well. Touch monitor. Now they do have, now IGT does make this game, actually brings up a good point. If you do like this game and you like to play it, they do have a desktop version of it, although it doesn't play the same. It's not the same. It has totally different graphics, but it is generally the same game. And you could buy it from, I think I bought mine from like Staples or something. And it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun, but it's not like the real deal. It's not like actually playing the machine. And it also has kitty glitter on there too, and Aztec Temple, and like 2 or 3 other games.
Share in my treasures.
So I'm still thinking about whoever found that amazing cat in Pennsylvania. I don't know if anybody saw that. I can't believe they're sending it to an animal sanctuary. It's like, bring that kitty to me. I want it.
Enchanting.
Yes, Colin. These are in my own game room, so they're IGT full-size slot machines. Just got it right down there in the description. What we do is we set them up at super crazy max bets just to see what it's like. So in this case, like I have this one set up at $1,000 to spin. I have it tuned up at the highest percentage that IGT will allow you to tune it to. I basically only have the controls that the casino would have controls of, which is setting denomination, setting the total bet amount, and the percentage. So I have this one set right now, I believe at like 97%, which is the highest that we can set it to. And you can see it's still brutal. Even at that, I mean, I think we're 300,000 in. I'm putting another 50,000 in. Yeah, so that makes 300,000, and we still have not hit. So they're brutal either way. I mean, it's just like pulling teeth sometimes. But the whole goal in life here at Slots and Stuff is just to hit the $1 million jackpot, and then we're going to do something crazy. I don't know what. We'll find out. What's interesting too about the different languages is that, like with Spanish, there's so many different variants of Spanish. And I guess same thing with English too, right? I mean, if you're going on the West Coast, and then you go back to East Coast, all along the way, you're going to hear a lot of different variations of English. And then you've got Portuguese, which is even more complex. It's certainly not easy to learn. I could probably hack my way through a simple conversation, you know. I know how to ask for a beer, and I know how to ask for where the bathroom is, okay? So I've got the most important parts down. Which is really weird, because for some reason, I'm not kidding you, like all the bad words are the first words that stick in my little brain. I can pick up those bad words like nothing. And I know how to use them inappropriately at all the wrong times.
I'll make that double.
I do not know French. I mean, my list of things to do is getting bigger and bigger. I always thought learning a language would be easier than it really is. I think, honestly, if you're just to move to where they speak that primarily, you're going to learn it because you have to survive. There's only so far that beers and bathrooms can take you. Although, you know, that is pretty far. Yeah, no big booms yet, Mike. I mean, we're still struggling to break the $100,000 mark. I didn't think that old Cleo 1 here would be so brutal. She's been pretty hardcore. I'm almost thinking about we need to yank her out and re-chip it for Pharaoh's Fortune, you know? Let's do some stopping of the reels. Let's stop the reels. It's starting to feel like it does when I go to the local casino. It's nothing worse than when you get like when you go to the casino and it doesn't play at all. It just flat takes. There's been times when I go here locally that just
Live the dream.
don't even win like even a single spin.
Bravo.
So what's everybody up to today? Are everybody at work, or got me on your side screen there?
Let's go to the bonus now.
It sensed a story coming on, which is why we got the bonus. Okay, guys, let's see a big one. We want to see 6 figures or bust.
I'll make that double.
Hey, David, welcome to the channel, man. We're hoping for a re-trigger, something big. We need something big. Alright, we got it again. That doesn't mean it's going to be good, though.
You've won again. Share my
Oh,
wealth.
that's a good one there. Look at that.
Bravo.
There you go.
Share in my treasures.
Mike, you're driving? Oh my god. Be safe, bro. Let's see that re-trigger anyway. Oh, I called it. Bada bing. Say hello to my little friend. I told you. Dude, did I just call that? That was on tape, right? I'm telling you. 3 re-triggers, guys. We are approaching. There you go. Almost 100,000. We need like 10 more re-triggers. it's going to start stiffening us. Don't you do it, Cleo. Oh, nice. That's number
You've done
4.
it
All right,
again.
cool. This is going to be big. What we were waiting for, guys. The question is, will it be $1 million big? I don't know.
Magnificent.
That's a lot of spins.
Beautiful.
Nice little $10,000 hit there. Come on, 1 million. Oh.
Bravo. Live the dream. I'll make that double.
That was pretty good, man.
That was brilliant.
Okay, that was brilliant. Got a one-up me one, huh, Cleo? $181,250. That was good. Cool. Worth waiting for. Hey, come back here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Yep, yep. That is real. Not really. Hey guys, thanks for watching again, slots and stuff. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Click the little bell for notifications. What I'm going to do now is we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to swap out main boards. We're going to put in Pharaoh's Fortune, an older game that everybody likes, or at least some people like. But I think that's a pretty good way to end the old Clio 1. What do you think? Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. I will talk to you soon. I'll catch you in a few.